Chapter 690. Well, this is a surprise. Such an illustrious guest has graced us with their presence. You must have known I would come, yet you just so well. Myra O'Herney retorted coldly. No, truly, I had no idea. Knowing this is the Herney's front yard, I anticipated someone from your side would come, but to have the first princess herself as the first visitor and unannounced at that changes the story. Kishir's words slightly moved Myra's eyebrows. I regret not being able to inform you before my visit, but considering the Duke himself stirred a massive storm in Charloin without any forewarning, a bit of rudeness on my part might be understandable, don't you think? Her words were cleverly crafted. While acknowledging her own fault, she subtly referred the sudden turmoil caused by Kishir and the cavalry. The word storm she deliberately chose seemed like a reprimand but actually conveyed admiration, softening the mood. That single phrase gave Yidhir much insight about her. Firstly, she was certainly not just a delicately raised noble lady. Her demeanor felt more direct than expected, and most importantly, it seemed she bore no anger or malice in her approach. So this is the kind of person she is. Previously, there hadn't been a chance to understand her character, making this interaction surprisingly refreshing. So, you're saying you're here not because of that storm? Officially, yes. Among the idiots caught by the cavalry was a relative of mine. Myra used the harsh term idiots nonchalantly, her expression unchanging, showing her sincerity. Kishir's eyes deepened with interest. And unofficially? Frankly, what the cavalry does with that idiot is none of my concern. My urgency stemmed from feeling the need to meet and converse with the Duke and the cavalry before the second prince. If it's just a family issue, it seems unnecessary for our cavalry to intervene. Why must we have this conversation now? Hearn is currently deliberating how to handle the cavalry in the light of this incident. While some believe we should use this opportunity to eradicate the troublemakers in the south, others strongly oppose such action. I am among those who advocate for cooperation. All I did was destroy one fighting ring that mistreated the Awakeners, and yet everyone is taking it so seriously. We are already busy recruiting new members. Why not just leave things as they are, as we have been? I'm not particularly concerned about the troublemakers of the south or anything of that sort. Kishir shrugged nonchalantly, laughing like a carefree man, seemingly uninterested in the serious matter Myra presented. Myra's eyes fleetingly showed surprise, perhaps not expecting such a response. It seemed she expected her straightforward offer of alliance would be immediately welcomed. She is not adept at hiding her intentions or political maneuvering. Considering her age, that's expected. Among the young nobles of the four great ducal houses they had met so far, Ruel and Priscilla from Tane House were the smartest and strongest in cool-headed responses. The Apetov brothers were mostly emotional and sinister, except for the gentle and kind Revlin. And Dr. Caskeol was embarrassingly foolish compared to the others. But showing just enough of her intentions can sometimes make it easier for us to understand and deal with the situation. Yidhir thought this as he scrutinized Kishir's face. It seemed unlikely that Kishir intended to reject Myra. If they could cooperate with Myra, it would be beneficial for their future endeavors. However, from Myra's words alone, it appeared as though Herney and cavalry weren't collaborating, but rather Herney was subtly offering a hand to let cavalry handle their long-standing problems. That probably was the issue. Cavalry couldn't appear as merely assisting Herney. Cooperation should be a process where both parties present their desires and work together as equals. The young first princess of Herney, desiring to cooperate with the cavalry, needed to realize this first. Now, how would the not yet 20-year-old first princess of Herney react? If she was driven by emotion, she would leave in a cold huff. If reason prevailed, she would make a different decision. Yidhir gazed intently at Myra's face. I don't think that's what cavalry wants. After a moment, Myra's response leaned towards the latter. How would the princess know what cavalry wants? Before coming here, I researched how cavalry handled this incident. You must have realized from the trapped awakeners that this wasn't the only fighting ring. Considering cavalry's past actions, it's unlikely you would stop after just one. You must be planning the next move, aren't you? Despite Kishir's seemingly casual counter-question, Myra answered confidently. Her arrival here in less than a day was impressive enough, but having also grasped cavalry's operations in that time was quite a feat, and her assumption about their next plan was correct. Then, this time, no one suspected Duke Paleta's presence here, so you could resolve it through infiltration. But now that everything is exposed, others will try their best to hide. Without the cooperation of someone well acquainted with this place, it might be difficult for you to proceed as you wish. If you give me the chance to cooperate, I swear I will do my utmost to assist. ... Let me be more frank. The truth is, if cavalry steps in and I can assist, it would be a great benefit to me personally. Dealing with the nuisances of the south is what I have been most diligently working on as a potential heir of Honey. Myra was no fool either. Clearly stating that this situation was definitely beneficial for her implied there is no need to suspect any ulterior motives for my offer to cooperate. She also decidedly lowered her stance, positioning herself as someone assisting cavalry, not the other way around. But I'm not the only one thinking this. My biggest competitor, the second child, Ashrav, likely has the same idea. If he collaborates with the cavalry first, it wouldn't make much difference to Honey and the south, but it would be a fatal loss for me personally. Therefore, I'm determined to cooperate with cavalry first in handling this matter. So, in essence, you want to aid cavalry's efforts to gain an advantage in succession competition. That's right. Having said that, Myra bowed her head. I assume you're already aware, having heard from the owner of the Dawn Palace, but the succession struggle for Honey has been ongoing for a long time, ever since I was born. I have long hoped for her support, and we have been in contact for a while. Yet, I have not received a clear answer. I cannot hide the fact that my eagerness for this cooperation to succeed partly stems from the hope that it might also secure her support. She hadn't told everything, but what she had shared was enough for one to infer her circumstances. It seems the issue of succession is a problem everywhere. Kishir looked at Myra, her face wrapped in a cold tension, and smiled inscrutably. I have just one question. Yes? What if, even after hearing all this, we decide to cooperate with the second child, who might come seeking us later, instead of the first princess? For a moment, Myra's expression hardened. She looked at Kishir with a gaze sharp enough to pierce and spoke coldly. A truly sad hypothesis. Even so, if it benefits Honey and the south, I must endure it. However, I doubt there is anyone else who knows this place better than I do. Perhaps for a task that could have been easily resolved, the cavalry will end up taking a very long and roundabout route. Her voice was almost threatening. The atmosphere turned icy and a silence ensued. It was Kishir's laughter that broke the silence. They say the first princess of Honey, born for the first time in 35 years, is full of the true spirit of a daughter of Honey. Indeed, it seems so. I understand. May I take a day to think it over and then contact you? Myra looked at him, her eyes filled with astonishment, but soon she nodded. Yes, I will be waiting. She seemed to regard Kishir as a very strange man, yet her demeanor remained unchanged until she left. Okay, probably I misjudged her when she used the word owner of the Dawn. So probably she was just referring to the owner of Dawn as the Empress and my connection to the Empress. Okay, looks like we will like her.